biggest entertainment property ever.
One of the most successful video game franchises is set to return with a new release.
Best-selling video game franchise.
What if it was all for nothing? I don't know why that intro was so serious. I'm actually so unserious. So, why am I even using this title? Besides bait. It's not bait. Okay, here are my major concerns that I'm gonna lay out and hopefully scare the crap out of you too. 1. The story and the gameplay might not have the same interactivity and might not be as good. Oh, but why? Because of some seismic changes that have happened at Rockstar in the past 11 years. Yeah, it's been 11 years. And it's not just minor changes, it's just that us in the public are not aware of these changes. So to do that, I need to set up things so that later things make sense.
I had a goddamn plan!
Okay, I think I need to bring you all up to speed about what we know about GTA 6. I'm not gonna show any videos, Rockstar, please don't take this video down. So first things first, it's gonna be console exclusive, that's not a leak, I know. It's why Sony did this fucking bullshit. So you're telling me that you've been developing this game for 12 fucking years and you couldn't be bothered to start with a PC port, but that's not true, because let's just be honest, you haven't been developing it for 12 fucking years, y'all just started in it, like. This is actually one of the reasons why I'm worried, but we'll get back to it. So first things first, it's set in Vice City, but it's not just Vice City, it's Vice City in the surrounding state of Florida. It's Florida. So this time we've got two protagonists, Jason and Lucia. I mean, actually this assumed the trailer mostly focused on Lucia because she's hot, I guess. So Rockstar is targeting a fall 2025 release, which honestly is just a maybe. So they're gonna make massive upgrade city NPCs. For example, you could start a fight with an NPC and then another random NPC will just start recording you, which honestly is so 2024. Like, they're trying to make the majority of building explorable, which I still would have liked the game 3 years ago, but apparently the weight gain and muscle mass building elements are coming back from San Andreas. And since you're actively in a relationship in this game, you can tell your girlfriend that she got fat. Don't. Okay, so I've been hinting at some changes that have happened at Rockstar, but what are they? Well, consider this. Remember I was talking about the golden age of Rockstar, especially in the 2000s? Consider the amount of games that came out in that time. We had GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and 4. We had Midnight Club 2, 3, and LA. We had Manhunt 1 and 2, Max Payne 1 and 2, Red Dead Revolver, and Red Dead Redemption. And then 2010 hits and suddenly the amount of games Rockstar releases drops off a cliff. The decade starts off strong with LA Noire, Max Payne 3, GTA 5, all back to back, and then there's absolutely nothing until Red Dead Redemption 2. And since then, there's been nothing again until GTA 6 next year. I swear to God, if someone says, oh, what about GTA Definitive Edition? Shut the fuck up. Honestly, it's in your best interest to shut the fuck up. Did you like Red Dead Redemption? Is it your favorite game? Well, you shouldn't, because it was made under intense crunch and abuse, you piece of shit. So Rockstar San Diego, the creators of Red Dead Redemption, came under intense scrutiny in 2010. In fact, all the wives of the employees came together and wrote an open letter claiming that their husbands were facing abusive, overworked conditions. Imagine this whole time the spouses were suing Rockstar for overworking their husbands, meanwhile their husbands were working so hard so as to not come home to their spouse. Actually, video game crunch is a huge issue in the industry. In fact, similar accusations came to light during the crunch leading up to Red Dead Redemption 2, which is also a great game, so no connection, hopefully. Are you starting to connect the dots here? We had a string of hits in the 2000s, and all these games are much more deeper and more detailed than their competition. But in 2010, the first controversy hits Rockstar, and the amount of games that were pumping out falls off a cliff. This is partly because, well, games are much more complex these days, but also partly because of crunch. So I don't want to scare you, but I wouldn't be surprised if GTA 6 does get pushed back. Okay, so you must have noticed that Rockstar games are particularly well written. Not only are they ridiculously clever and funny, but the narratives are often deeply riveting. Look at the amount of guys that cried at the end of Red Dead 2. I didn't cry, I just went into a deep depression like a real man. While there are a lot of people working behind the scenes, one key person behind these narratives was Dan Houser. And I say was, not because he's dead, thank God, but because he left the company in 2020. Now, I don't exactly know why he left, but according to my very credible source, Reddit, they seem to guess that it was due to a lack of creative control, or perhaps burning out after Red Dead 2. Now, I don't know about you, but Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably the strongest story game out there, and not just 10/10 intellectual bait unlike some games. But it's kind of disappointing that he probably wouldn't have a major part to play in GTA 6. Or worse yet, maybe his departure had something to do with GTA 6. And then there's the Leslie Benzies controversy. So Leslie Benzies was apparently pivotal in getting a lot of these Rockstar releases in shape before their releases. In fact, there's emails from Sam Houser claiming I need the Benz, as if he was some kind of superhero to fix up certain games. Although in a bizarre twist of events, he was ousted from the company, at first asked to take a leave, and then locked out of his own office. And apparently this was all done at the hands of Sam Houser. In fact, out of all the original founders of Rockstar, he's the only one left. Okay, so this is always fun. So in 2022, an article came out by Jason Schreier basically saying that Rockstar is no longer a boys club or whatever, and that GTA 6 isn't gonna offend anybody, and they're sensitive towards people's fucking whatever. Basically saying that Rockstar is concerned about what a GTA game looks like in today's sensitive political climate. Now all dots connect. I can see the code. I've cracked the matrix. Many of the core staff have left the studio, and now we're left with a bunch of fucking soy boys who are trying to appease the fucking... I don't know. Okay, so this article seemed a lot more concerning when it first came out because we basically had no information about GTA 6. But when the first trailer did come out, it did ameliorate, yes, I go to college, some of the concerns I had. It did not seem like they were holding back on the American satire vibe that GTA so immaculately captured. But I do wonder if it's only on the surface, and this article does have some shred of truth to it. And it could be, since there have been massive shakeups behind the scenes. So maybe they're not going all in, but it could go that way, since the people who made all the previous favorites are not the ones making this one. Okay, so I thought of this segment as I was wrapping up shooting, so I don't know where this is gonna go, but this is important. So let's just be honest. The reason why GTA 6 is taking like a bajillion years is not because, oh, we care about the workers, although I hope that's part of it, but, or it isn't just, oh, we want to just let GTA 6 marinate in our like massively talented brains or whatever. Like, it's because GTA 5 made so much goddamn money that you cannot possibly shoot the current cow that's giving so much milk. Like, holy shit, that's so much fucking milk. Because if GTA 6 comes out, people are gonna forget about GTA 5. But honestly, why bother? We released it on PS3, we'll release it on PS4, and oh yeah, we'll release it on PS5 as well. And guess what? I'm the idiot that bought it on all three fucking generations. Okay, that's on me. But mostly because of GTA Online. GTA Online makes so much goddamn money that Rockstar was comfortably coasting on that shit for decades. This is the definition of suffering from success. The reason why GTA 6 is coming out 12 years later is because they didn't start until later. And let me just put my tinfoil hat here and say that maybe, just maybe, some people have left because of this.
It's man. So in love with greed.
I mean, I hope that's not why Dan Houser left, but you never know. Alright, I just had to get that rant somewhere. I'll be normal now. So we've taken a wild ride in this video, talking about the glory days of Rockstar, to the controversies, to the eventual departure of several key figures behind the scenes. Now, Rockstar's always been a secretive company. Sam and Dan Houser have always been incredibly private people, so we haven't always noticed these behind the scenes changes. But perhaps some of Rockstar's perplexing behavior, like killing off major franchises, massive gaps between games, and a 12-year development cycle, are starting to make sense now. Now, I sincerely hope that GTA 6 is ridiculously good, just as good as GTA 5, or even better. But there comes a point where it just isn't possible to top such a massive juggernaut like that. And I know that development took longer because we're trying to foster a healthier environment for developers. But there's also something to be said about the expectations that people develop when you make them wait for 12 years. Expectations that perhaps cannot be met. So let's just hope that this video ages very poorly, and GTA 6 is everything that we expect it to be. And then some more.